Let us see the differences between arrays and structures. So arrays are derived data types. So that is nothing but arrays are derived from the fundamental data types, whereas the structures are user-defined data types. That means the user can create the structure data type by specifying what are the members. Second difference is that array is a collection of elements of the same data type, whereas structure may be a collection of elements of different data type. It means a structure can be a collection of elements of same data type or different data type. The third difference is array variable can be declared and used, whereas the structure variable we need to design and declare the structure before the variables of the type are declared and used. Next difference is that array uses the subscripts or indexing within the angled bracket or square bracket for the element access, whereas structure uses dot operator for element access. Next is array elements are accessed by their index number using the subscripts, whereas the structure elements are accessed by their names using the dot operator. And array, the input data are stored in contiguous memory allocation, which implies that array stores the data in such a memory model where it assigns consecutive memory blocks, whereas the memory allocation for the members of the structure does not necessary to be in consecutive memory allocation. This can also be said like array elements are stored in contiguous memory location and structure elements may or may not be stored in contiguous memory location. The next difference is that in case of an array, it internally implements the pointer which always points to the first element of the array, whereas the structure do not have the concept of pointer internally. This difference can also be said like array is a pointer as it points to the first element of the collection, whereas structure is not a pointer. The next difference is that in case of array, access and searching of an element is faster and hence better in performance, whereas structure due to user-defined data type becomes slow in performance as access and searching of element is slower in structure as compared to the array. The next difference is that array size is fixed and is basically the number of elements multiplied by the size of an element, whereas the structure size is not fixed as each element of the structure can be of different type and size. The next difference is that array declaration is done simply using the square bracket and not any keyword, whereas the structure declaration is done with the help of struct keyword. And the syntax for declaring the array is that data type followed by the name of the array followed by the size within the angled bracket, whereas the syntax for structure is that structure keyword struct, name of the structure followed by the flat bracket, data type 1 element 1, data type 2 element 2, and terminated by flat bracket semicolon. Example for array declaration is that integer a of 20, and the structure declaration struct emp integer employee id char employee name of 20. Here emp just creates the template. So to declare the variable of type structure, so before the semicolon I have to write p1. So in this case now p1 is a structure variable, whereas emp is a structure data type. So these are some of the differences between the arrays and structures. Thank you.